Have you ever had a case of the Sunday Scaries or dreading what's coming your way on Monday? I know I have. The reality is many people wait to retire until they're absolutely miserable. And that's for a variety of reasons. It could be financial, it could be scared of loss of purpose, scared of what to do with their time. There's many reasons why people delay retirement until they're miserable. By the end of this video, I'm going to share with you the signs that I noticed that were telling me, hey, it's time to retire. So sign number one, my priorities quietly shifted. I have always been a very high performer, very driven in my career, but I've noticed over this past 6 months to a year that my focus is really drifting to other things. And the reality that I would really prefer to be spending my time on other things. It's not that I'm unhappy at work. I work with great people. I have great bosses. I just noticed that I really didn't want my job, my profession, to set the pace of my life anymore. And at this point, I don't really see my focus shifting more towards the work aspect of my life. When I think about it, I feel very comfortable in ending my career where it is at this point in time. I feel like I've accomplished a lot and contributed a lot, so I'm very much at peace. And so that was sign number one, the fact that my priorities shifted and I feel at peace with that. Sign number two, my stress level said what I wasn't saying out loud. Those of you that have watched my prior videos, you know that I'm a nurse and I don't currently do direct care. I do work for a company, and in that position, it requires frequent travel. And so therefore, I typically will travel 3 out of 4 weeks out of the month. And so at a high level, that doesn't seem so bad. However, it does get exhausting. And for example, I did travel this week and my flight was canceled due to weather. And so then you're scrambling to try to figure out how am I going to get into the city I need to get to in a short period of time. And so I ended up renting a car, driving partially in a snowstorm, and it was about a 7.5-hour drive. Worked this week, did what we needed to do. They're typically longer hours when we're in the cities that we're in. And then I needed to drive back, which was several hours. So it becomes very exhausting when you do that on a week to week to week basis. And even if you're flying, it's the same experience. So there's often delays, flight cancellations, etc. Sometimes you can't get out and you have to stay over to the next day. So there's just a lot that goes with it, and it is exhausting and it takes a toll on your body. Sign number two for me, it's not necessarily that I'm burnt out, but my body is telling me it's time to slow down. So sign number three, we met our financial goals. We recently met with a financial advisor again. They confirmed we're where we need to be, and we are extremely fortunate, and I know we're extremely fortunate to be in this position. And so at this point in time, the numbers make sense. We feel as confident as you can from a financial standpoint. So I really feel like that's kind of my third sign, if you will, to go ahead and plan to retire. And then lastly, for me, I think sign number four is just understanding that my body isn't able to do the things that it could do 10 years ago. And yes, I'm a nurse, I'm in healthcare, and with my career, I've spent a lot of time with older adults. That's been most of my career, has been working with older adults. And so, you know, I have a very good understanding that time is a resource that you can't get back. And what I can do today, for the most part, is going to be the best I can do it physically, unless I go into some sort of intense training session, etc. And so just understanding that where I'm at physically in my life, you know, that's a sign. In addition to that, we've had some friends who have passed away recently, friends who have received really devastating diagnoses, loved ones, you know, pass away. And I think all of those things, not that they're necessarily a sign, but sure, definitely an indicator of where we are in life, that, you know, time is very limited. And so we want to be able to enjoy the things we want to enjoy based on the fact that we've planned for retirement. And so that's really a huge sign overall for me that it is time, because I'm ready to enjoy those things and enjoy those things with my husband and with my family and with my friends. So I've been a nurse for almost 30 years, and in my career I've seen people pass away. I've worked with people who have received devastating diagnoses that have affected their overall quality of life. And I would just emphasize to you that you need to seize the time that you have, because that's one resource that truly is very limited, and none of us can predict how much time we have on this earth. So is your body, is your spirit giving you signs that it might be time for you to retire? As I said, for me, it had to do with my priorities shifting, my body telling me it was time, my financial numbers adding up, and the understanding that time is a very limited resource and we don't know how long that we actually have on this earth. So ideally, retirement should be about alignment, about peace, about experiencing new and exciting things. So ask yourself, what would actually make you feel ready? So if you can relate to the content in this video today, feel free to subscribe and join me as I share my journey with you. In the end, we're all just trying to figure it out together. None of us has all the answers, but I certainly appreciate your time today, and I will see you soon.